I'd like to open the meeting. Welcome everybody to the Select Board meeting in Town of Lee on August 20th. It's 7 p.m. First order of business is a call to order, and pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20, I'm hereby informing all attendees that a video and audio recording is being made of this meeting. All right, moving along. One of our Select Board meeting members is actually joining us via Zoom over here, and that would be Bob Jones. He's not available to be in person here today, but we're going to get the work done anyway, and he'll be participating from afar. First is, if you folks are ready, the first order here on our agenda is review and either approval or correction of the open session minutes from August 6th and August 15th.
Mr. Chair, I'd move that we approve the open session minutes from August 6th and August 15th.
Okay, and do we have a second on that?
You have a second.
All right, we have a second. So everything looked good to me too. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so that is unanimous. All right, second order of business, we have our usual public comment period. And is anyone here from the public who wishes to speak? Please come up and state your name and what's happening. Hey, Kathy.
Hello, I'm Kathy Hall, Chairwoman of the Lee Youth Commission.
Mm-hmm.
And I have two things to report. One, the town of Lee, in conjunction with the Lee Youth Commission, will offer a free boat and vessel safety check from the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary on Saturday, August 31st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Lee Boat Launch at Laurel Lake, Laurel Street in Lee. You can find more information on our website under news. And this is part of the Attorney General's Office water safety request.
Okay.
So we were happy to be able to do that. And the second thing is our Lee Youth Commission and Lee Chamber of Commerce Free Family Fun Day, Founders Weekend, Saturday, September 21st, from 10:45 after the parade to around 2:30. We have Terry Oliveri, Circus Skills Stations, Moe the Clown, the Bouncy House, Obstacle Agility Challenge from the Neighborhood Ninjas, art activities from Berkshire Art Center and Second Nature Arts, Berkshire Bike and Ford Bike Tune-Up Station, Skate Park Competition, the Cotton Candy from the Lee Youth Commission, ice cream from the Pittsfield Police Department Popsicle Truck, popcorn from the Lee Kiwanis Club, and additional food for sale from the Boy Scouts.
Okay.
So a good time for everybody.
Very good. It sounds great. All right, thank you very much for the report.
Good.
Okay, we're on to our general business of the evening. Bob, can you hear okay where you are? I mean, is the sound okay at the podium?
It's very good thing.
Okay, I just want to make sure you could hear okay there. All right, that sounds good. Yep, no problem. All right, so going on to general business, our first order of business under general business is a temporary sign permit extension and waiver for the Chamber of Commerce and the Farmers Market. So if we've had time to review these, there are actually two permits. I don't care if we do them together or separately. But what's your pleasure, gentlemen?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we give the temporary sign permits to the Chamber of Commerce and the Farmers Market.
Okay, and waive fee?
Waive the fee.
And waive the fee.
Okay, very good.
I'll second
We
that.
have a second, all right. Seeing no other discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous. All right, we're on to appointments. We have several appointments to do. The first one is a per diem firefighter EMT. Let me get to my documents here. We have a letter from Chief Ryan Brown And he says he would like to take a moment and introduce a candidate per diem employment within our agency. Ms. Heather Perkins has been a Berkshire firefighter since 2020. She is certified Massachusetts EMT Basic and is a certified firefighter who has completed her recruit studies at the Massachusetts Fire Academy. She's shown great promise working in this field and has expressed interest in working per diem as a firefighter EMT on our ambulance. She currently is employed by County Ambulance in the town of Richmond Fire Department. I furnished her with a pre-employment package, which she has completed and returned. And after interviewing with Heather, I would recommend her for appointment by your office. I feel she would make a good addition to our pure diem team and staff. Any discussions or comments, questions?
I don't have any questions. Mr. Chair, if you'd entertain, I'd make a motion to appoint Heather Perkins as a per diem firefighter EMT.
All right, do we have a second? Oh, all right, thank you very much. All right, seeing no other comments from the public, I would call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good, thank you very much. And I will say aye, and that makes it unanimous. The next thing we have is Berkshire Regional Planning Executive Committee. We need to designate an alternate to Berkshire Regional Planning, and it seems to be that we have someone who has volunteered to be appointed, and that appears to be you, Sean.
Sure. Yeah, I'll be
So-
glad to do another year as the alternate here.
Okay?
I spoke to Chris. There's just to clear up my
Yeah,
email
the
there.
email correction.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get that fixed before we send everything back.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
misprint on the email. But
Okay.
other than that, yeah.
All right, and it requires a signature of the chair. And what's your pleasure?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to suggest to move that we appoint Sean Rennie as the executive committee alternate to Berkshire Regional Plan.
All right, thank you. Do we have a second? I will second it. I'll second it, so you don't have to.
And authorize the chair to sign.
Yes, and authorize the chair to sign. Okay. All right, so Kathy, you don't want to volunteer or anything? Okay, just checking. All right, so seeing no other comments or questions, I'll call for a vote. All of those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so that is unanimous also. All right, the next order of business under this is we have another very nice thing that's going on here. We have a letter from Chief Craig DeSantis, and I'll read this. It's on August 12th, 2024, Sergeant Richard Roy will retire in good standing from our ranks at the Lee Police Department. With his retirement pending, we have a vacant sergeant's position to fill. And as you're aware, pursuant to the police union, Mass Cops Local 396 contract agreement, the Lee Police Department holds 3 sergeant's positions. Through a comprehensive promotional process, a sergeant's candidate list is established and remains valid for a 3-year period of time. This current promotional rank list began on January 18th, 2023 and is still active. The promotional list is determined through a rigorous process that includes an oral board assessment, standardized written exams, self-assessment, and final oral interviews with me, meaning the chief. From this process, Officer Wood maintains the highest available score and is currently ranked as the top sergeant candidate. It's my distinct pleasure to recommend Officer Robert Wood for the vacant sergeant's position. Notably, my recommendation is not based solely on his promotional list standings. Officer Woods holds years of valuable law enforcement experience. He started his career with the Lee Police Department in 1996 after he attended the Massachusetts Criminal Justice Council Reserve Intermittent Police Academy. He served our officer as a reserve officer for almost 18 years before he attended a second full-time Massachusetts Recruit Officer Police Academy. Excuse me. After successfully completing the demanding full-time police academy in 2014, Officer Wood joined our ranks as a full-time police officer and has served in that capacity for an additional 10 years. During his service with the Lee Police Department, Officer Wood has clearly developed meaningful institutional knowledge and a strong understanding of our community-based public safety needs. Excuse me. He's distinguished himself with a meritorious conduct commendation as well as a life-saving commendation. Additionally, Officer Wood has demonstrated a strong work ethic and shown leadership skills through overseeing programs like our Special Olympics, sweater run event, and has provided competent administrative assistance through his roles as our department cruiser fleet manager and traffic safety program manager. I'm making this recommendation because Officer Wood conveys leadership skills, demonstrates practical decision-making skills, has good communication skills, possesses significant law enforcement experience, and through his career has earned the respect of his peers. These attributes undoubtedly make him an excellent candidate for promotion. I hope you share my confidence in selecting Officer Wood as the next individual appointee as a Lee Police Sergeant. Thank you in advance for your time and consideration in this matter, and as always, please do not hesitate to call me with any questions regarding this promotion or recommendation. Respectfully, Craig W. DeSantis, Chief of Police. So, with that before us, I know if I could, I'd make the motion, but I will call for a motion. What would you folks like to do with this?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I would make a motion that we accept Chief DeSantis' recommendation and promote Officer Bob Woods to Sergeant.
Do I have a second? Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And as I said, I would have moved it if it was my turn, but it's not. Anyway, so I will call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, and congratulations to Officer Wood, now Sergeant Wood. And we definitely appreciate his valued service to the community. Well deserved. Well deserved. Okay, our next order of business will be an inspection fee waiver for the LYA, that's the Lee Youth Association. They're due for their inspection at their daycare facility and preschool facility at 480 Pleasant Street and 310 Graylock Street. And they would like a waiver of their fee. So what is your pleasure?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we provide waive the fees for LYA of those occurs.
Okay.
Second.
We have a second. Seeing no public comment, I will call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So that is also unanimous. Thank you very much. Next, we have some Berkshire gas permits. Again, why don't we take them one at a time? It's just going to maybe be a little easier. We first have an install new gas service at 40 Prospect Street. It has been signed off by the Department of Public Works and the police. And what is your pleasure, gentlemen?
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we approve the Berkshire gas permit for an installation of new service to 40 Prospect Street.
Okay. We have a second. All right. I'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. Next, we have at 105 Canal Street. They want to retire the gas service, working opposite side of the road and on private property at 105 Canal Street. We have a sketch here. Now, I see that it has not been signed off by DPW and police on my copy. So what I would ask, if we do a motion, that it be contingent on first the
Might have that
DPW
one,
and police.
That's no problem. This is Canal Street?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it actually is.
Okay.
It was just recent, just on this morning.
Not a
So
problem.
you're good. Yep.
All right, otherwise we'd do it contingent, but it has been approved. So what is your pleasure?
Mr. Chick, go ahead, Bob.
Go ahead, Bob.
Sorry.
I move that we approve the permits for gas for 105 Canals.
I'll second that.
We have a second. No comments, so I'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. We next have, last meeting or so, we had some people come in and to talk about getting a letter to put some Nalox boxes around town that contain life-saving naloxone in them. This is a letter that says, to whom it may concern, we, the Select Board of the Town of Lee, are writing to express our strong support for the installation of a Nalox box in our community. The opioid crisis has had profound impact on communities across the nation, and Lee is no exception. We believe that taking proactive measures to address this crisis is essential for the health and safety of our residents. A nalox box, which provides access to life-saving naloxone, is a critical tool in our efforts to combat opioid overdoses. Naloxone is a medication that can rapidly reverse the effects of an opioid overdose, and having it readily available can mean the difference between life and death. By placing a nalox box in a central and accessible location, we can ensure that this vital resource is available to those who need it most, when they need it most. The Select Board is committed to supporting initiatives that enhance the well-being of our community. We believe that the installation of a nalox box aligns with our goals of promoting public health and safety. We're confident that this initiative will have a positive impact on our town and help save lives. We fully support the placement of a nalox box in the town of Lee and urge all relevant stakeholders to approve and facilitate this important project. Together, we can make a difference in the fight against opioid crisis. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and if approved, it will be signed by all three members of the Select Board. So, gentlemen, what's your pleasure on the letter?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I would make a motion that we sign the letter of support for Nalox box.
What?
I would second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any comments? Seeing no do we have a come up? If you're going to comment, please come up.
No, I think this is fabulous.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn, but I know years ago, the police department also has Narcan.
Yes, same
Okay.
same text.
So that people know
Yes.
they still could call the police station.
Oh, yeah.
If there's definite
Right.
emergency. So both things are wonderful to have
Okay.
to save our people.
Very good. Thank you very much. All right, seeing no other comments from the public, I'll call for a vote on the motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and I will make that unanimous. Aye. Very good. Our last regular order of business is to sign a quitclaim deed. This is the transfer of the property that the town voted on, giving us the right to do. We're actually purchasing the old Daily property to move our Department of Public Works. And I have to say, this is actually a very important step for all of the townspeople. It's the first step in the creation of a new public safety complex by moving our Department of Public Works down to that building. And actually, it's probably the best location that the Department of Public Works has ever had, as far as how new it is, how well it has all the features that we need for a Department of Public Works building. So that's great, and it allows for us to move forward on the reclaiming of the property over on Railroad Street and the transition to a new public safety complex. So with all that in mind, and I believe that it's only the chair. I don't see the signature for us.
Just the chair.
Okay, so I would entertain a motion to sign off on this transfer of the property and have the chair sign.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we sign the closing documents for Alderman Katie 5 Pleasant Street and have the chair sign the document.
Peter, I may do a roll call.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will. All right, and do I have a second?
You sure do. Second.
All right, so it's been suggested, and I think properly so, because you're not in the room, we'll do this by roll call vote. So I'll call first, Select Person Jones, what's your vote?
Jones, aye.
All right, Selectman Renier,
Sean Renier, aye.
and Gordon Bailey, aye. So this is also a unanimous vote, and we will take care of that business. Thank you very much. Next on our agenda is any topic that the chair could not necessarily see. There's nothing that I didn't anticipate right now. What's that? Go ahead. Now, it has to be something we didn't anticipate. Is it something?
Well, you didn't anticipate, and I forgot.
Oh. All right, so you want another shot at public comment? Come on up, Kathy. All right, so you really had three
I'm
things.
sorry.
Go for it.
All right. No, I just want people to know that the Lee youth football is going strong down at
It is.
that athletic field. The DPW was down there today making sure it was all lined, whatever. So just want people to know, go support our youth.
Okay, I couldn't believe how many cars were there. That's what I will tell you. I don't think another car could have pulled in and found a spot to park at the athletic field. All right, thank you, Kathy. Anyway, do either of you have anything that we didn't anticipate that should be taken care of at this meeting?
I just,
Okay,
Gordon,
Yes.
Mr. Chair, I
That's
just wanted to, in light of last night's meeting, maybe we can just,
Yes.
let the public know, we had a PCB meeting and some good things are happening and we have a lot of information and, we're going to have a spot at the
Founders Day.
Founders Day weekend out, for people to stop by. Hopefully you can ask questions and learn some more about what the process is going forward with the whole PCB settlement agreement and project. So
Good. Yeah, I was hoping that Chris might touch on that, but he
I
probably
cut
didn't.
it.
No, that's fine. Because if he didn't, I was gonna come back to me and I was gonna, again, let him know that, the committee is working hard at coming up with handouts and some PR material and some videos and, you'll be hearing more. You'll be hearing much more from us on this. Anyway,
Mr. Chairman, if I
yes.
may also, I'd like to thank Sean for sharing the last
Yeah.
night. Thank both of you and the committee for all the hard work they've done over the last several months. And for those folks out there who don't know this, I would encourage them to check.
Nope, we're losing you a little bit, Bob.
Here were popular argument word for it. Okay, can you hear me now?
Now we can, yes, go ahead. Sorry. Back it up a little.
Okay, so I just wanted to thank Sean and Gord and Chris and all of the members of the ECB committee for all the work they've done over the last several months. For those who are not aware of the work that's been going on, I suggest that you look into it because there is progress being made. We're much better off than we were 4.5 years ago, largely due to the hard work of 5 members of this committee and others. But there are good things happening.
Thank you. And also, I believe it was recorded. Will it be on our website so they can?
So all the
look at it?
information
Yes.
is on the website, the minutes, not the recording.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if the people, because it was a 2-hour and 15-minute meeting, by the way. So people are really digging in and getting involved in this and taking time and a lot of consideration and thoughtful comments. So we are making some headway on a number of different fronts, which we'll discuss more at future meetings. So now I guess if that's it from the other members, then I'll turn it over to the town administrator for your work of the evening.
Well, just to piggyback off of that,
Yeah.
the website for the PCB committee has been revamped and updated, and there's tons of information on there, including records of the meetings and all of the literature that the committee has put together. So that can be found at leapcb.us or by going to the select board page. There's a subpage for this committee. So, the other things I wanted to mention was through our master plan process and also through the CDC and this board, there's been a lot of talk about suggestions into affordable housing trust. So we're trying to take the first step with that and be submitting an application for a grant on some consulting services for looking into that process and seeing how the town could potentially set that up. So
Great.
So happy to share that, that's underway and again, grant funded. And then also happy to announce that Lee was selected for one of the, I believe, 4 towns in the Commonwealth that will have the Smithsonian exhibit next summer. So
That's great.
and I know Sabrina's not here, but she did a wonderful job. She put it all together and did a great job getting that here. So we look forward to seeing that next summer in Lee. So it will
Nice.
be on democracy.
Very good. Excellent. All right. What else do you have, sir?
All for now. So
All for now. All right. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
well, I could mention tomorrow we are doing our OPM
Yes.
finalists.
Yes.
For the building committee is going
Yep.
to be meeting.
So the Public Safety Building
Public
Committee will
safety,
be
yeah.
reviewing, because we did have some interest in people who would like to oversee the project for us and be our on-site manager, project manager. So that's great.
But we'll be narrowing it down to some finalists for interviews right after Labor Day.
Sure. Great. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else at the moment, I'll announce that our next meeting of this board will be on September 3rd, 2024 at 7 o'clock right here in the courtroom. Anybody and everybody's welcome to come if you'd like to come and speak or just sit and listen. And at this point, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have a second? We have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Aye. We are officially adjourned.